So I'm going to explain the reason why black women are not being taken out as much as they think they should. Right? This is not an attack video, but I'm going to get into it. I was watching this podcast with Ebony K. Williams, and there was a quote that's being said. Every time I heard this quote, it just struck a nerve. The quote says that only black women are asked to lower their standard. And I'm seeing it from panel to panel, whether it's at 8 at the table or wherever. Only black women are being asked to lower their standard, meaning that only black women are asked to live in reality with the rest of us. Only black women are being told not to wait 40, 50 years for a 6 feet tall millionaire who's packing with abs and a Maserati, who's not dating anybody else. Only black women are being asked for that. Meanwhile, every other race of women are just dating every guy. They're just dating. They're just going about their life. The regular guy is good for the regular girl. Unless when it comes to a black woman, she's lowered her standards. And they're marrying these guys. And when you realize when you're 40, 50 that you're not married, 30, 40, 50, and you're not with anybody, that you're sitting here waiting for Superman, or the guy that you're with, you're neglecting him, waiting for Superman, that what they're telling you on this podcast are not real. Do not listen to these women. Because when you have a statement like that, it leads into the illusion that only black women are being asked to go on a regular date, which is not true. I've seen this woman on this podcast it's created saying that only black women are being told that they should not go on a dinner date on a first date. And she said when a guy asks her out and he's feeling her, he asks on a coffee date, and she says she don't do coffee date. I'm sorry, I don't do coffee date. And the guy said, the dinner date is not what he does on first dates. And she blocked him because she said that's beneath her. Meanwhile, every other race of women are going on coffee dates. If you go to Starbucks right now, you see white and Asian women and Hispanic women in the coffee shop on a nice, cozy date. Take it further, the white woman would take a very cute picture in a sweater in the wintertime at a coffee shop, and that picture would get more likes than the woman that's trying to turn up at Ruth Chris, popping bottles and smoking hookah. That's not what it is. What is happening is we're allowing basically strippers and sex workers to dictate the narrative. Most of these women are getting this notion of what's going on because with the rise of OF, we are seeing a lot of Essex workers, and they're, how they move is money first, and they're making it seem like this is the standard of living for a woman, not knowing that that's not reality. Most women marry the guy and move on. They're not sitting there waiting for the millionaire to spend the bag on them on the first date. Taking you on a trip on the first date is not realistic. Spending $500 to $1,000 on a first date is not realistic. You understand? Any guy who did that is careless with his money, and they say a fool and his gold will surely depart. Any man who does that is not financially responsible to spend money on strangers, because how long would that money last? Unless he hit the lottery, because that's not reality. And this is not a video to attack you. I know there's a lot of women hear me talking and they're scrumpling up their faces and they're like, oh, nah, he's an idiot. He ain't even that cute. He ain't even cute at all. And they want to go off, not knowing that I'm just trying to bring logic, right? All these other women are going on coffee dates. They're going on movie dates, and they're going on ice cream date. And if you go on their social media, you see them post cute pictures of the axe throwing date, of just going to a dive bar, just enjoying it. Because a date is supposed to be a moment that you spend with somebody special, or you're enjoying a special moment with somebody. It wasn't not supposed to be that you're enjoying something special off somebody else's expense. And a lot of black women, back to the topic, is trying to keep up with the Joneses. They want to spend the bag to impress people that don't like them. The same woman you're trying to impress, the same Instagram your followers you're trying to impress, they don't like you. You know what I mean? They're not really liking you, and they're just following stripper culture. This is stripper culture. Money first, bag first. Prove to me that you have money. Because what happened is most people with money are not flashy. They're not spending it. You ever notice that the CEO always dress modest, and the regular worker always try to come in flashy? It uses every job you go to. The CEO always dress the most modest. They don't need to show that they have money because they're worrying about managing their money, right? They're not gonna buy the flashy car. The richest man in the world, like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, they wear T-shirts everywhere. They're not wearing designer jackets everywhere on the summertime. They're not trying to show that they have money. They don't need to. And that's where a lot of women get tricked. They're sitting there trying to find a man with the money and wondering why they can't find a man with the money instead of trying to find a good man, and end up being told that they're lowering their value, not knowing that these high value men, you're passing them every day, but you just don't know how to notice them because you're so wrapped up in keeping up with the Joneses. High value men are not trying to keep up with themselves. That's nonsense, right? Now you hear this saying that the women are trying to find where the good men are at, because since they can't decipher how a good man look, they're trying to figure out where the good men are at. A good example, they're talking about going to the country club. I don't understand why you think you have access to that country club, but if you do, whatever. Or going to the yacht party. I don't know why you think you 38-year-old single mom is going to be invited to the yacht party and not 19-year-old Abigail. Just put it out there. You're not living in reality. Because you know what? The man that you're with can become a high value if you support him. Any man with support becomes greater. If you notice, most presidents, most actors, Will Smith, if you put support behind that man, you will elevate him to high value status, and you will have the high value man. Like LeBron James and his wife. Most women do not believe that they gotta water their plant. They want a microwave man. They want a ready-made. And this video that says is about black men and black women, and that's why you see like most women who are with successful men or women that play the long game. Woman that's not really black woman. Sorry, that's why you're losing. I'm not trying to knock you, but I'm trying to make you see it. Like, date a guy that has potential and build them up. I remember there was a show, right? I don't know what the name of the show is, but in this middle of the show, there was this woman, and I guess this guy was an artist. He was a painter, which in reality, painters don't really, crack the code like that. It's not really that they're going to break that tax bracket. But this guy was a painter, and he hit the lottery. He not just hit the lottery, he became successful. He was lucky. And his girlfriend that supported him from day one so happened to be white. And this black woman feel the need to confront her, and she got in her face. Oh, that why you always taking a successful man? And I said, Dad, why you always taking a successful black man? And the black man said to her, she was with me when I was poor and I didn't have nothing. And her response was, she had the luxury to be with a man while he's working on himself. Why do we as black women don't have that luxury to be sitting there trying to play to see which man cracked it? You're telling society that black women do not want to be with the average man. That's what you're telling them by saying that we as black women do not have that luxury of seeing if he becomes successful, right? I'm going to end this video by saying this story. I remember I was with this girl that I work with, right? And I was walking to the park. That we're leaving now, we're clocking out together. We're both walking to our cars. And I don't remember how the conversation started, but she's a Jamaican woman. And she said, young woman, and she said, I do not have time for no dry, ambitious man. That meaning she don't have time for any man with ambition that's not producing a lifestyle that she finds suitable. That being said, please like this video. It helps bring the channel. Remember, this is not a video to attack or bash anybody. This is a video to enlighten and open somebody's mind and hopefully change their view and hopefully change their life. So if you like this video, which take you a second, please just click that like. I'm asking you and I'm begging you, because when it comes to content like this, people who create content like this and it's not pandering to the other half of the world, it's seem as a hateful video and it's meet with pushback. So if you could, please click like and it will help me out a lot. I really appreciate that. Thank you and have a good one.